Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. It is afternoon in the UK, it's 1 p.m. And we are here again to observe and watch and learn twice. Alright, so yesterday was an eventful day. We had a pretty decent move. We had a pretty decent move to the downside, which gave decent move to the upside on all the majors. So I'm really satisfied for the week. I couldn't ask for more because it was amazing. The Euro trade was very beautiful. We achieved our first target, and we're waiting for the second target. I think it's given a pullback, and today I'm expecting it to continue going lower. I'm expecting dollar index to continue going lower. Hence, I'm expecting euro to continue going higher. Now, where we are right now, literally, is where I'm expecting them to reject and go lower. So this New York session has two levels I'm watching. So we have the Tuesday opening gap, and then this one, all in that area. So I'm expecting them to break market structure here, and then we go to the daily. So the daily target is right in here. So it comes in at 10627. That's where I'm anticipating them to go. I expect today to reject, or they can close today as an inside candle, and then on Monday this will create a fair money gap. Then when Monday starts, I will want to see them just take out the Friday's high and then go lower. But I want them to do it today. So let's see this New York session, what they're going to do. Now, if you look at euro, opposite to that, it's also traded to a fair value gap over here. And again, I'm expecting them to move away from there. Yesterday our first TP was at the weekly opening price, and they hit it beautifully. So I'm expecting them to continue going higher. The next upside objective is 1.05339. Just before I started the New York session, I was watching this up candle to see if they can break it. I nearly placed a buy stop above it, but I wanted to wait for them to break it first because it's Friday. You cannot hear me? Let me double check. And make sure I'm using my yeah. Okay. Let me turn the music down a little bit more. Give me 1 second, guys. It seems you cannot hear me for some reason. Confirm to me if you can hear me. You cannot hear me? Okay. All right. Okay. So it seems my music was too loud, so you couldn't hear me properly. So I have turned it off for today. Okay, so I was saying I was looking for a run above this up candle because I was anticipating it to become a breaker, so I wanted to buy stop. I wanted to place a buy stop above it, and then once we break it'll take me in, but I realized today is Friday, so you need to relax. So I stopped. I want to see them break it first, and then I'll look for the buy. I like the eco highs that is up there. I think they're gonna go back for it, and I don't see any level down here for price to come back to apart from that. And on the daily time frame, it's the down candles high, so that's the PD array, hence nice level to anticipate price going up from there. Okay, so that is that. Pound, actually I've not looked at pound all morning, to be honest. That's quite interesting. I haven't actually looked at it. It didn't come across me to look at what the British pound is doing, but I think pound can drop down a little bit more to this one. So pound has a bit of room to the downside to go. If they don't come here, I don't know how today is going to end, but leave this level on your chart because that's going to be a very important level for next week. Okay, so if they don't come here today, then leave this level on your chart because it's going to be important for next week. New Zealand is almost there, so all that I'm doing is pointing to the fair value gap that was formed during the New York session. Okay, there's two of them, so maybe this trade idea we need to abolish, get rid of it, because I don't think price is gonna come there. hence I'll find a different level for the trade idea, but it could be these two, okay, any of these two for next week. If they hit this today and then it starts screaming up, then maybe next week they might come for this one. So let's see how this New York session is going to trade. But if we happen to hit this and then we break market structure on the M15 or M5, then for today you can get a scalp to go up, and then you stop. Next week we will reanalyze it and then find a different trade entry. Alright, don't chase price today. Today is Friday. Okay, let's look at Aussie. Now Aussie, on the other hand, we don't have anything in here. What we do have is these down candles, right? On the H4 we have this up candle. Let me check on the M15 because we might have something. Okay, so on the Aussie, exactly where we are right now, we shouldn't move any further. We shouldn't be moving any further anyway, so we should be reversing exactly here. All right. So I will start looking for Aussie to shoot up, maybe from 130 going, or even from 2. So watch Aussie. We don't want them to break this down candle here. All right. If they do break it, then we probably will be coming a little bit lower to this one. So where we are now, that's it. Aussie should be going up from there. If I can go to the 1 minute, then it might give me something further down. Okay, so if I come to the 1 minute, you see that we do have this one. Alright, so yeah, these two levels, either this, let me change this color, so either the first one or this one of them is gonna shoot price up. So you can start watching it on the 5 minutes chart and then see, once we break market structure, then you can you can start looking for higher prices. Okay, in terms of trade ideas, I think on the crosses, Euro Aussie, we came back to that up candle, and I think I mentioned if we do come back to it, we are still likely to go and attack this low and then that low. So you know, it's giving a decent entry here. I'm expecting a continuation to the downside. EuroCAD came back, got almost close to that previous week high, and then we've rejected. Now I feel like they might come for it next week. Okay, I feel like they might come for the high, the previous week high. They will come for it next week, so we will revisit this trade idea next week. Alright, so let's wait. Next week we'll be revisiting this trade because today is Friday. Now watch the gap. Watch this gap here. Okay, if they can close below it, then they've laid some nice liquidity on the downside. which is these lows. Okay, and these lows, these lows, and these lows, they're all clean. They're too clean. Okay, so because of how price is expected to go lower, and they've layered all these lows on the downside, price might, or price should, the reason why I'm using the word should is for them to go and attack the lows, they will run a high first. This is not a run, it came very close to it, so anticipate them going one more time up and then rejecting, then they will come for these lows. Okay, but if it breaks this down candle, then yes, we will be going for those lows. So either or, if we run higher, anticipate a rejection, and then we come for these lows, or once they break this down candle, then you anticipate a run for the lows. Euro New Zealand, that also gave an entry here and then rejected. Yesterday I was looking for them to pull back, but that didn't happen. We are almost close to that weekly fair value gap, so I don't recommend selling where we are now. It's not a good idea. Okay, so leave it alone. Pound Aussie, we came back to entry and then rejected, but price did take the first TP, so if you manage to get that, great. I'm expecting them to continue going lower somewhere here. They might give us a late afternoon, I don't know, I don't know what name to give it, but they might give us a late afternoon surprise. Okay, so let's see if that will happen. Last week Friday I had said, oh, don't take a trade because Friday's price doesn't move, and then late in the afternoon it was like the beginning of the week, price moved like crazy. So they might give us something like that again today, so watch out for that. Then Pound New Zealand, same thing. I'm expecting them to for today just go and attack this low. That's what I'm looking for today. So on the lower time frame, if you can find a trade idea to attack this low, if you want to trade it. I think we've already looked at New Zealand. Let's go and look at gold. So gold, yesterday I told you I'm going to be on the sidelines. I'm not gonna touch it. I want to wait for the week to close and then see how next week is going to play out. If we close above it, then I'll look for buy. If we reject, then I'll be hunting for a potential sell, because like I said, there's always a high probability price forming a high in February. Okay, there's a high probability price forming a high in February. So if price is gonna form a high, then this might be it. Okay, this might be it, because it's actually the third week of the month and we are going into the fourth week of the month. So the fourth week of the month usually will have price rejecting for the month. Okay, so if you look at the monthly candle, if you look at the monthly candle, this candle, it will form a wick, and that wick usually forms on the third, between the third and the fourth week, especially the ending of the third week to the fourth week. So today is the end of the third week to the fourth week. That's when this wick will form. So it's either they will close like this, and then next week they will take out this high and then they start rejecting, or they will not go up again and then next week will start coming back down, right? So be mindful, looking for gold buy a continuation. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it at all. As a matter of fact, if anything, I think selling will be, if you do have a bigger account, just put your stop loss away from the high and then look for a move down, right? Because I think they will be going lower. Price is extremely high on the daily. If you look at your RSI, we are diverging. On the weekly, we are diverging, right? On the monthly, we are diverging. So gold is extremely high right now, right? So be mindful, looking for the continuation to the upside. If you're looking for buy, let it be scalps. That's it. Here, I apologize guys, my code is still there for some reason. Sorry, I was taking a bit of water. Okay, crude oil. Now this thing yesterday played with me. I took a couple of losses on this on my actual account, and then I made it back this morning. So I'll take you through it, how I took some losses over here. So yesterday, remember I was saying I was interested in that 15 minutes fair value gap up here. Okay, so when price got there, I went on to the 1 minute chart here. Price touched it, broke down, pull back, sell short, and I was expecting them to continue going lower, and then it went higher, took me out. But for some reason I knew, or I felt like it was gonna go down, okay, because there was a 1 hour fair value gap right up here above that high. So I was anticipating that they're gonna reject, but for some reason when it was happening, I was not in front of the screen. Let me change this to none. Okay, the time that this was happening, I was not in front of the screen. So when I came, I saw that price has broken structure and pulled back and rejected. Okay, so this morning when I woke up, I saw price somewhere here on the 15 minutes time frame right here, and I felt like, okay, they've left this clean equal lows in here, so that's where price is gonna go. So I didn't hesitate, I saw short, my stop loss went above that, and then I aimed for this equal low. And that's what I did with crude oil this morning. I saw that they couldn't go up. Now it's something that I've seen over and over and over again. Whenever you see a move up like this, the reason why I got confident to sell, whenever you see a move up like this and it has equal lows or a consolidation, and you see one big candle like that rejecting the high, it's gonna go for this low. Okay, it's a very beautiful pattern to see. Whenever you have price go up like this, right, and then you had a consolidation at the high, there's a big candle that changes price direction, which is this one here. Okay, that is an indication they're gonna come for this low. So what I did was I sold short here, and then I placed a sell limit here and a sell limit there, because if it came up, it will be rejecting to go low. And yeah, it happened that way. So I was pleased with that move to make up the loss that I took yesterday over here. Now I think they can probably continue going lower from here, because the fact that price has failed to go higher, it means they might be dropping one more time before they move to the upside will happen, because these up candles did not confirm any fair value gap. So the fact that we don't have any fair value gap rejecting this low here means, you know, price is definitely not ready to go up. So they might come back down and then give us the break. So again, maybe the month of March will be the move to the upside, right? Let me quickly check the dollar index, because it seems like it's rejecting. Yeah, so we're gonna watch this down candle here, and then the opposite is true for the euro to break that up candle. And with Aussie, you can see they dipped into that gap right here. So watch this wick. On the lower time frame, it's a up candle. Okay, this up candle prior to this move down. Watch that, because if we break it, then we will resume going up. Okay, let's look at ES. So yesterday, ES, I was praising a lot this level. It came there, I had a buy limit, and then it just went straight down. It didn't hesitate, it didn't pause, it just took me out just like that. And yeah, I'll show you the loss. So I got in right there, and then it took me out with this candle, one single candle. My stop loss was just below this low here, so I got taken out with this candle, right? And I didn't do anything with it again, even though I saw this move. I've always talked about equal lows, so I wasn't comfortable going in to buy with this equal lows in here, so I left it alone. And that's what I'm gonna do today. I am not touching it. I'm not, because the week is done for me, and this was the target, and they've taken that target, so there's no need to actually trade, especially today on the ES. If anything, I think it might resume going up, because all it did was trade back into this fair value gap, and if we are bullish, fair value gap should hold. They've taken out the previous day's low, so definitely it might go and attack a high, right, which is the previous day's high. So I'm looking for it to continue going up, but I'm not interested in a trade today. As a matter of fact, the other trade that I shared, if you remember, was the dollar Swiss. Now that has hit my target, so it did make up for the loss that I took on the ES. Okay, so I targeted this low, even though I was expecting them to go for that one. I know I know Swiss pairs, they are very, very funny. So I placed my target here, and then you can see they took it. I highlighted this area for the high of the day for a continuation to the downside. So this New York session, I'm expecting them to reject and then continue going lower, but I'm not going to be part of it, right? I'm not taking any trade on it, because to me, this pair is done for the week. If you trade Swiss pairs, you need to be clever with them, because they can play tricks. Now I'll show you the trade over here. So that was the ES. I took that loss, and then that was the dollar Swiss trade. So far this year, that's my This is a demo account anyway, but that's how much so far I've made with 50k, just trading the same things that I've been talking about every single time we meet. Okay, that shows you, you know, the potential of what you can do if you follow along with me. Okay. Let's move on to AI 16, a crypto market. Now, I'm not surprised price is rejecting, right? Because we have a higher resistance over here. So I'm not surprised price is rejecting. Now, I'm not sure we are gonna go up all the way up here, but it will be next month. So still pay attention to this monthly candle, because it might end up as a down candle, and then next month is the month that price will reject. Okay, so don't be excited with this rejection that you're seeing, because I don't think it's gonna last. It's only gonna probably get up to this up candle, and then it will pause, right? And then price will maybe consolidate again. Now if they can trade through it, then definitely we will go up, but the monthly opening price is right there, right? That's why I think it might not go up, because okay, the monthly opening price is right there. That's why I think price will likely not go up, because if we break that, that's when we will go higher, right? So when you're looking at the power of 3, the opening price is important, because if we trade down, the only time price will start printing an up candle is if they can come back above the opening price. That's when you see the candle that has just opened, which is the monthly. That's when you see it printing, and in this case my chart, blue candle. As long as we are below the opening price, it will still remain a down candle. So that's the reason why I'm saying it's not likely to go up yet, because it's very far away from the monthly opening price. Okay, so for the monthly candle to print an up candle, we need price to be up here, then we'll be going up. But we've got about a week to go, and we have a resistance over there. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Okay, so if we can then break this, even this week, if we can break this by, let's say, Sunday, if we find ourselves up here by Sunday, then next week we have let me see how many days we have. 1 2 3 4 5, we have 5 days. Then maybe those 5 days can print up candles above the opening price, and then the monthly candle will turn blue. Okay, so if I go to the monthly candle, you see if we come back above here by Sunday, that is when the monthly candle will turn blue. Okay, so that's the logic behind why I'm saying that the move to the upside is not going to happen this month, but next month. Okay, so just enjoy, or as I mentioned, whilst we are down here, that's your best time to be looking for the buy. You don't want it to come above, even 40 is too expensive in my opinion. Okay, you don't want it to come above 50 and then you'll be looking for the buy. You'll be too late, because the cheaper price will be gone. It's too cold in the UK. Too cold. Solana. Okay, so Solana is breaking the up candle on the H4. So we might be maybe rejecting, and I like the fact that they've left a fair value gap down here. It's not the best, it's not great, because I would have preferred them to shoot up aggressively. This is Mickey Mouse candles. Okay, these are not elephant in the room candles breaking the up candle. So to me, not the best thing in the world right now in terms of buying, because the up candle does not look like elephant in the room, right? They are just average candles. Hence, the daily time frame is what to look out for. So what needs to happen is that the daily needs to print consecutive up candles, but again, it might just come back above the previous month low, this one. Okay, it will just come back above it, and then that's it. So we could from today trade up here, that fair value gap up there. We could trade up there and then be done. Okay, so if you're looking for buys, it's not the best. I'll see if I can find other ones, because I don't like this. That's not good. However, it's printing up candles on the daily, so we can use that. If we close, we buy. If we close, we buy. So we can use that to hunt for price to come into premium. That's it, only premium. You're not expecting it to go up, resume going up. No, because again, look at where the opening price is for the month. It's far away, right? So but it looks to me that this was all a buy. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, let me show you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this, this, and that. These are all areas of accumulation, or sorry, distribution. But in terms of smart money, that's them hedging, buying, and then buy as much as they can, and then when we reverse, then it will start doing something like this. Oops. And then we go higher. Okay, so that's what I'm anticipating. Okay, but like I said, next month will be the play. So what I would want to see going forward on Solana is to see that we continuously print up candles every day. We don't want any down candle to form between now and I don't know, before we even go above this high, right? So that means we need to print tomorrow an up candle, Sunday an up candle, and then the week will be done. Then next week an up candle trading to this area here, and then in that area they can print a down candle right here. So if they are going to print a down candle, it needs to form here, and I'll explain why when it does. Okay, I'll explain why. So going into tomorrow, I think the best trade is to wait for tomorrow. If we can close today like this, then tomorrow drop down to the lower time frame and then find a buy idea. Alright, if we can close bullish today, drop down to the lower time frame and then find a trade idea, especially if it forms a fair value gap inside the green or the purple area. Okay, if it forms a fair value gap inside the green or the purple area, then you look for the buy. Okay, Bitcoin. So I think it's too late for me to be giving this, because yesterday closure meant they were going to come for previous week high, and I like the candle that is printing. You can see it's leaving so far a fair value gap, right? Again, on the monthly, I've said this is just reaccumulation. It's gonna continue going higher. I don't think this is a reversal pattern, right? Especially on the 3 months. We are too bullish for a reversal pattern to form. Okay, so let's see how this week is gonna close, but I'm confident that we will resume going up on Bitcoin, at least to the premium side of the consolidation. So watch this high and that fair value gap. If today creates a fair value gap, then we will have a probability of moving to this one, right? So on the H4 again, drop down and find an area to enter long. I like this as a first objective right here. So it comes in at 100,907, that level. I think that's where they're gonna go, and then they high, right? So just look for buys on Bitcoin to go up there. If you day trade, there's a gap here on the 15 minutes. There's one here, so protection can be below this down candle. Ethereum, not a big fan of it, so still I'll leave that because I don't like it for some reason. It's just not the kind of price action I want to be involving myself in. Nope. Hype. Hype is in the middle of the consolidation, so again, just leave it alone. Now you can see why I talk about not wanting to trade inside this white area, but trading at the extreme, because when we are in a consolidation, any form of, let's say, OTE, any form of fair value gap, any form of auto block, they don't work when we are in a consolidation inside that white area. Okay, so when we are in a consolidation like this, and then you determine your extremes. Okay, this is your extreme low, this is your extreme high. Okay, in here, if you try to buy OTE, if you try to buy auto blocks, if you try to buy fair value gaps, in here there's a high probability it's gonna fail, because price is not looking to trade any of that. It's just looking to trade the extremes. It's gonna go and take out highs, or it's gonna come to the extreme. If we have already run a high, then it will key off from maybe a fair value gap up here or an auto block up here. If we've not already taken out high, then it will take out high and then it will come back inside the range. Okay, so that's how you want to trade ranges, and I personally don't like trading them. I don't like trading ranges at all, so I'll just point them to you. If you like to trade it, then you trade it. Inside that green white area, you don't want to be doing that. Okay, just trade the extremes. So even with Bitcoin, right, you can see why price rejected from this area, right, and it's heading higher. Anything in here is not high probability. So even with the 15 minutes gap, it's not guaranteed that it will work, because they can stop you out and still go up, and that's the problem. Not that it's not gonna go up there, but if you, let's say, buy a down candle, it's likely to run a low and then go up. So the probability of price respecting quote unquote PD arrays is low. Okay, it's very low. That's why we avoid trading inside that area, and then we trade the extremes. Okay, so if you take a trade and it stops you out and rejects, just buy it again, because that's what it's gonna do. It likes to run stops. It won't respect gaps. It won't respect auto blocks. So if you buy and it stops you out and you see it rejecting, buy it, because it's gonna continue going in that direction, because it wants to trade the extremes. Ripple, I think I'll leave this one for next week. Let's see if this week can close as we are. So that's this week's candle. If we close as we are, then next week we will look for a trade idea on it. So far, the down candle here is still going to be respected. I would have preferred them leaving a fair value gap in front of it, but it is what it is. Let me go on to the lower time frame on this one, see if I can find something. Okay, so watch this up candle right here. If they can close above it like it's currently doing, then it might leave this area as a gap. You can use that to aim for the previous week high, because this one is still volatile. I think we still have a few days to go for the week to end, so you can do something like this. If they can close today, we've got about 11 minutes to go. If that 11 minutes can close above this up candle, buy that up candle here, and then put your stop loss there, and then aim for the previous week high, because I think the auto block on the daily is going to be respected, and then it's going to scream higher to attack previous week high, because the weekly is yet to print, is yet to turn blue. Okay, we went slightly up and then we came down, and now we are rejecting to go up. So in future I'll talk about that, how you can buy when the candle, the high time frame candle, is bearish, when the high time frame is bullish, and then we open and then we drop. Because what you essentially be doing is you buy in when the candle is actually black on the higher time frame. Okay, so this would be, we're expecting the candle to go up, and then we open and it drops. So when it drops, when you're buying at a very cheap discount, anticipating that this black candle will eventually reject and then go up and turn into blue like this. So when you are buying down here, okay, it's not a bad thing, because you're expecting it to reject and go up. But that's going to be based on the understanding that the high time frame needs to go up. In this case, that's what I'm expecting Ripple to do. So we are still in a black, right, candle, which needs to turn blue, and that blue needs to go all the way up to previous week high. Okay, so if that 1 hour can close bullish, then this weekly opening price, this is the weekly opening price will come back above it, and then that's when you go onto the weekly chart, you see that it will start to print a blue candle on the weekly chart. Okay, but you need to be patient. Let this close above it. And then finally the tool. Okay, so the tool did manage to close above the gap, and we closed above the weekly opening price. That's a good thing for the weekly candle. It's a very, very good thing for the weekly candle, because that is showing a sign of what? Rejection. So we might have a potential, not a reversal, but even a potential pullback relative to the up candle, this up candle, and this. That would be a range. So that daily closure is very, 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 very important. Now what needs to happen is for them to give one more close higher. Now if you want to buy, you just drop down to the lower time frame and then key off from the H4 fair value gap. So this is a range, and if they close the gap in, then you stop. So this is a range, you're expecting them to go up. So your next upside objective, I think these clean equal highs, those clinical highs, and then this up candles low. Okay, let me see. Yeah, if they break it, it will probably come back to that same level and then give a trade idea to go up. So it might do something like this, something like that. Okay, so look for a trade idea inside this, drop down to the M15 or M5, and then use the pattern that I've talked about for almost 2 months now. Okay, get yourself in. This equal high should be your first objective, and then this red line will be your second objective. And then if it does keep closing bullish, then every single day just look for a buy, and then next month we will see what's going to happen, because that's the opening price. Let me see, February. Yeah, we are very far away from January's low. We are very far away from January's low. So the rejection below January's low is not actually, it can happen, because I was surprised how Chachki moved over the course of 2 days. So it can happen. I won't rule it out that we can get a big move within the next 1 week, because next week Friday is 28th, which is the end of the month. So we've still got 7 days to go, and it can print up candles and go above previous month low. Probability of it doing it, yeah, I'll leave that probability to the sideline, because there's a long way for price to go. Hence it might just come up in here, as I mentioned. Okay, but if we can go above that level, then pull back, key off from it, and then trade to that as well. So where we are now, potential trade idea, find it, trade up here. If we close above yesterday, then tomorrow do the same thing, find a trade idea to trade up here. Actually it didn't quite get to the level. Watch this one. Let me see. Came to OTE, but I prefer the 70.5. Yes, cap. That's where you're likely to get a next good buying opportunity. Yeah, it didn't quite get to the gap, so maybe they might drop one more, and then you take it back up here into that area, and then that's it. That's all you're looking for. Okay, so it can't go up from here because it's touched the OT level, but it needs to touch a PD array, which is this gap here. So if it comes there, look for the buy, and then expect it to continue going up somewhere there. And that's pretty much it for that. Don't expect too much, because again, you might get disappointed because it's not ready to go up yet, because there's the higher time frame. There's a lot of higher time frame resistance. All right, so that's pretty much it on the cryptos. In future, I'll bring in more other crypto tokens, some of the meme coins and some of the major crypto currencies, and then we can look at them. And then maybe we'll do a poll to see what the audience wants to see. And then I'll actually do the analysis on them. So if our audience can suggest what they want me to cover on X or even on YouTube, okay, then I'll cover them, because sometimes price might not be giving much on these ones that I constantly look at, and some people might have other pairs or other asset classes that they want analysis on, and then I can look at it for them. Okay, let's go back and watch Euro. Okay, so Euro shot up. So yay, I should be in. What else? Aussie struggling. New Zealand. Okay, New Zealand is also struggling, but I think after 2 p.m. they might come back in. So watch it after 2 p.m. And then what else? Yeah, let's go back to the dollar Swiss, because that is a good one to actually look at. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. 15. Okay, so watch this down candle here. Dude, when I'm teaching, you need to knock. What's up?
In Super Mario Party, I completed soundstage.
Okay. Daddy's teaching. Shut the door. Okay, sorry guys, I apologize. My son came in unannounced. Oh man, these kids. Anyway, I was trying to see if we can get a day trade on this, but I don't think that's the case, because they've run all these lows here and then went up, so it's gonna struggle to go down. Hence, just leave it alone. All right, I think focus on the euro. Euro will be the best option. Okay, and then let's see British pound. British pound is not the best. Yeah, focus on euro. It's left a nice gap during the New York session. On the M15 we have a breaker here, so stop loss can go there, and then expect price to go higher. Okay, all right, so I think it's 2. My time is up. You end here, and then I'll see you all next week, Monday. Oh, okay. So you all heard me. Anyway. Yeah, that's my son for you. He always liked to do that. I don't know why. When Daddy is teaching, he wants to come into the office. It's a habit. When he's on holidays, he just likes to do that for some reason. He only came for gum. Anyway, I apologize. You can't stop kids from doing what they want to do. Alright, guys. I hope I didn't say anything bad. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you all on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Take care.